Happy holidays from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, 2 winning streaks get put on the line as the Purdue-Fort Wayne Mastodons are winners of their last 6, and the Pitt Panthers come in victorious in 3 in a row. Hi everybody, welcome inside the Peterson Event Center alongside a Big East champion Julius Page. I'm Jason Earl. Julius, tremendous start for Purdue-Fort Wayne, 11-1 record, especially efficient on the defensive side.
Yes, sir. They say defense wins championships, offense sell tickets. And Fort Wayne, it has bought into that. They're coming out here with intensity on the defensive side, trying to get things done. Yeah,
so the question becomes, how will the Pitt Panthers respond, especially with their freshman point guard, Bub Carrington?
Yeah, you know, Bub is not a freshman anymore. He's leading the ACC in assists. He already put up a triple-double already. You know, he's an older guy now.
Seems like it. He's a 3-time ACC Rookie of the Week, 7 games on the year with at least 5 assists for the freshman Bub Carrington. Jeff Capel especially proud of the way he has adjusted to now being at the top of team scouting reports alongside his teammate Blake Hinson. Panthers win the tip. They're in the home whites today for their final non-conference game of this 23-24 campaign. Right down low, Guillermo Diaz-Graham making his 2nd start of the season.
It's a great set to come out and get a layup to start the game, get the lid off the basket.
Mastodons have used the same starting 5 all year. Their big Eric Mulder at 6'8", the tallest guy in the starting lineup for PFW. He grabs the rebound here, tries the putback, but that Pitt height is going to be a problem today for PFW, Julius.
Yes, it will be. Playing against the trees, guys 6'11" and better. Can't scare you from going in there anyway.
This is the 2nd straight game that this has been the starting 5 for the Panthers. William Jeffress and Guillermo Diaz-Graham, new to the lineup Saturday against South Carolina State. Panthers get an offensive board, 2nd chance. Jeffress, top of the key, off target, and a rebound to the Mastodons.
I think that's one Fort Wayne to settle with. Not Jeffress' strong suit. Got to live with something.
Rashid Bello, number 0, leading scorer for the Dons. Panthers get a takeaway. Carrington, transition, athletic move to the bucket. So a quick 4-0 lead for the Panthers. Now Jalen Jackson. And back to Bello on the wing. Defended by Leggett. Timer's at 8 seconds. Off target from the free throw line. Rebound to Diaz-Graham.
Like the shot by Bello, even though he missed it. Change of pace, change of direction.
And Leggett had his heels on the sideline off the catch. This is why he's 3-time ACC Rookie of the Week, JP.
Yeah, nice defense, get it in transition, pushing the tempo and get there late gently.
Buckets inside the paint, not necessarily something Carrington has done too much of this year. He can shoot the 3 pretty well, and he likes that mid-range jump shot a lot.
And with that length, he can get it up and over anybody in the country.
And shuffling of the feet from Rashid Bello. Jeff Capel's proud of the way his Panthers have performed over the last few games. 3-game winning streak and an 8-3 record on the year. Of course, coming off last season, Capel was named ACC Coach of the Year. And the Panthers' first NCAA tournament trip since 2016. Julius, what's it going to take for them to get back there this year?
You know, the same formula. It always starts on defense, but, you know, playing as a team, I think his team is definitely playing unselfish basketball. They have a leader in that guy right there, Blake Hinson. So as long as he continues to lead and play unselfish, I think this team can go a long way.
Stretch earlier this season, Panthers dropped 3 of 4 games, and Capel said he learned that this team is resilient. Dropped a couple tough ones at home to Missouri and Clemson, but then going on the road at West Virginia and getting a big win there by 17 in Morgantown. when he felt the team kind of got back on track, and they haven't lost since. Cookies from Diaz-Graham, now Carrington. Pull-up triple. Off target, and Roberts on the board. Quentin Morton Robertson in the corner, the 5'8" guard for Fort Wayne. Caught traveling, already 5 turnovers early in the contest against the Dons. Had a great conversation with John Kaufman in his 10th season at Purdue Fort Wayne. Ended up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in part because of Ohio State head coach Chris Holtmann. The two knew each other from the mid-2000s. Holtmann was an assistant at Gardner-Webb when Kaufman was an assistant coach at Stetson. And when the assistant coach position opened at Purdue Fort Wayne, Holtmann had a good relationship with Tony Jasic, who had just gotten the job. And he said, hey, I got a guy for you, and John Kaufman. Kaufman became the head coach 3 years later, and now his 10th year at Purdue Fort Wayne. Hasn't made a trip to the NCAA tournament yet, but off to their best start in the history of their program in the Division I era for the Dons. Panthers providing pressure once again. A prayer from Morton Robertson is off target, and a weak side rebound for Leggett. The Dons still scoreless 5 minutes in here. Leggett gets tied up, and a foul is called against Jalen Jackson. So Panthers with an early 6-0 lead. Tremendous job defensively by the blue and gold. Well, the Mastodons mentioned coming in at 11-1. Their net ranking currently sits at 80, a 2-0 start to their play in the Horizon League, and it's their best start as a D1 program. Julius, they've got a lot of different pieces that could make them dangerous in league play this year in Horizon.
Yeah, you know, they got to be scrappy. They got to win the games, obviously. Coach talked about, you know, getting used to winning and winning being a culture, not necessarily trying to schedule as many Power 5 conferences as possible, but, you know, winning games. So, you know, they just got to continue to play hard. They're going to go into a lot of these games undersized and trying to figure it out.
Lost all their starters from last year's team, but replaced them really effectively. John Kaufman said he's not surprised at the way his team has started this season. But the Panthers off to an excellent start tonight, leading 8-0. Guillermo Diaz-Graham making an impact during his time as a starter in 2 games so far. He's got 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting so far. Now here's Carrington, 3-time ACC Rookie of the Week, feeds to Hinson, who has it stripped away, but last touched by the Dons.
For a big man, Diaz-Graham is just skilled, long. He's going to be a very good player only in his 2nd year. Continue to get better and better, stronger and stronger.
Jeff Capel said the lineup change in part because of the way Guillermo Diaz-Graham and Jeffress have been playing, and wants to see more out of Federico and Zach Austin as well. Jalen Lowe from the wing. He was knocked down, but no foul called, and the Dons come up with it trailing by 8. Still no points on the board for Fort Wayne. And a foul called against Jalen Lowe down in the short corner.
I think the lineup change is a good thing. You know, shake it up, let guys know that, hey, you got to continue to compete and produce in order to, you know, stay in the rotation that way. You know, and it shows the depth that they have. You know, that they still have, you know, Jeffress, a guy who's been here and was out during, you know, for injury, but, you know, he's a guy that can get the job done for me. I can just insert him right into that lineup, and he'll get it done.
Capel said guys get after each other in competition. It's been really, really good, and helps everyone to stay sharp when you know you've got guys on the bench fighting for your spot in the starting 5. 3 ball too strong there from Maximus Nelson. Jalen Lowe in transition, and he'll reset Uses the screen from Hinson. Drives with the left hand. Nearly got it to go. Rebound Federico. Now Hinson, deep three ball. Too strong. Panthers track down the board once again. Already 5 offensive rebounds on the night for Pittsburgh.
I think everybody in the gym just wanted Federico to go ahead and lay that one up.
Now Carrington back to Federico. Had it slapped away. And Nelson comes up with it for the Dons. And to your point, JP, I think everyone wanted him to shoot that ball, and that's what Coach Capel wants to see, a little more aggression on the interior from Federico.
Yeah. He works hard down there rebounding, you know, in the offense and defensive end. When you get it that close, you got to take the chances while you have it. You know, the guys like to dominate the ball all the time. That's your golden opportunity to be selfish.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Capel said, you know, majority of their scoring comes from their guards along the perimeter. Wants to see somebody step up as a post threat. Guillermo Diaz-Graham and Federico both trying to do that, make an impression, and provide some interior scoring.
Definitely going to need to get some bunnies, some easier shots around the basket. Don't want to rely on the jump shot, you know, all the time. So between throwing it in there to somebody big or leg it, creating off the dribble, they're going to need it.
Hinson off target again, but Panthers trying to get another offensive rebound. Scramble for it, won by the Dons. Mentioned 5 offensive boards for Pitt, but only 2 second chance points, struggling to convert on those extra opportunities. Morton Robertson goes baseline. Federico stops him, and he's out of play.
It's like 3 times they stepped on the line, not being aware of where they are on the basketball court. Got to take care of the basketball and not turn it over.
So, JP, I think you see the impact of this Fort Wayne pressure a little bit. Panthers are 1 of their last 7 from the field.
Yeah, they're scrappy. They help each other. You know, on this screen, for example, he's here. He's not just backing off.
Offensive rebound again for Pittsburgh after the low penetration. Now 13 on the shot clock. Low again. Feed to Federico in the flush. That's a nice dish from the freshman.
Yes, sir.
Jackson tried a reverse layup, well defended by Pittsburgh. Jalen Lowe pushing the tempo again, this time up to Austin. Hinson pops off the screen, takes the runner, gets his own board, but a shove. Will keep it at 10-2. Panther defense showing up today, and the freshman with the feed to Federico. Panthers up by 8 early. Welcome back to Pittsburgh. When we asked Purdue Fort Wayne head coach John Kaufman his concerns about Pitt, he said they're all going to be looking down at our guys. We got to find a way to guard them. And here's why. Panthers with 3 players 6'11" or taller. This is among players who have played at some point this season. Purdue Fort Wayne's tallest guy, Eric Mulder, at 6'8". They've got a few guys at 6'8", but Mulder the biggest contributor.
The disparity looked good on paper until a guy like Chevy Troutman or DeJuan Blair walks into the building and flip you over their shoulder, and you realize that you still got to come out here and play the game as well.
This is the tallest Pitt basketball team since 03-04, when they had Aaron Gray, Mark McCarroll, Chris Taft, and Torrey Morris. You remember those guys?
Absolutely.
Hope you didn't have to guard them.
That was a solid squad, especially with Chris Taft.
Yeah.
CT from Brooklyn, New York.
That team had 4 guys 6'10" or taller. And this Pitt team in 23-24, the 6th tallest team in the country, according to Ken Palm. And here's one of the trees at the line here, Federico. Another way you can work your way onto the floor and earn more minutes is by converting at the line. He's just 41% in that area coming into this game tonight, but he knocks down the first.
Definitely got to do better in that aspect. I'm sure he knows.
Too strong on the second. Panthers lead is at 11-4. A lot of good defense on both sides. Purdue-Fort Wayne is 22% from the field. Panthers 33% on the night. Now a drive from Dello. Tied up on the inside and a travel.
He's struggling to find a rhythm right now. Nice hesitation move. Didn't know what to do with it. Shoot it.
Already 6 turnovers tonight by the Dons.
Yeah, there's a tree down there waiting for you. He might have to shoot that pull-up right there instead of driving all the way to the basket.
Mentioned they have the best turnover margin in Division I, but being put to the test tonight. Already 6 turnovers by Purdue-Fort Wayne and only 3 committed by the Panthers.
And when you have a size advantage, that's what you do. Just go right inside. See if they can defend.
5 different Panthers on the score sheet, and how about the putback jam from Eric Mulder? So took the energy out of the building for a moment there, Mulder. But still a 7-point Panther lead as Carrington resets the offense. Guillermo on the pop. Triple in the air, too strong. Leggett goes up for the rebound. And put back no good. Draws the foul, he'll head to the line.
Nice pass. Good finish by Diaz-Graham. But I don't know if it was better, the screen right here that Mulder set, or is it the putback? That was a solid screen.
Well, after seeing the replay, I think Panther fans might want to foul. He kind of shoved Jorge Diaz-Graham to the floor there in order to get the putback. And hey, maybe that's what you got to do when you're outmatched in the height department. Got to be physical. Get the guy to the floor, right?
If the referees caught it all, we wouldn't get through a game. You know, they say if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Okay, so if they don't catch you, it's legal.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
Good crew tonight, by the way. Ted Valentine, Matt Potter, Tony Chiazza. Leggett 2 for 2 from the line to make it 15-6. Panthers, however, 2 of their last 10 from the field. Here's Bello driving against the 7-footer Diaz-Graham. Now a kick out. Nelson's 3 is off the mark. And the Panthers are going to run. Carrington looking for an opening, had it stripped away. Now Morton Robertson tries to settle. Out to Bello. 3 ball. Too strong. Once again, a rebound to Guillermo, his 4th of the night.
Bello trying to find a rhythm.
Carrington, cross court, Jorge from deep. And a whistle by Ted Valentine near the baseline. Looks like it's going against the Dons before the 3-point shot by Jorge. And that is one he's going to want to erase from his memory. So it's a good thing the whistle was called before the shot from Jorge Diaz-Graham. William Jeffress steps in for Jorge. JP, what do you like about the way Jeffress has played lately?
I mean, you know, his defense is always top-notch. I can appreciate a guy who puts in the work on that side of the court. But, you know, he's just unselfish. You know, the best thing about him, as he has one go off his hands right there, he does what he does. He doesn't do too much on offense. He knows his job is to go out there and defend, so he plays within himself.
So Jalen Jackson with the takeaway and a bucket, but Ishmael Leggett, good response, taking it to the glass.
You know, I really believe that it's going to come down to Leggett getting to the basket like that more often. It's going to determine how far and how good this Pitt team can be.
Nine on the timer for Fort Wayne. Here's the lefty point guard Bello trying to shake Carrington. Out to Jackson. Time running out on the shot clock. The step through from Jackson was not soon enough. Shot clock violation called. Good defense by the Panthers.
I feel like it could have been a travel there also.
I think you're right.
But in today's game, I just don't really know if I know what travel is.
We were just talking pregame about James Harden and Trae Young, right?
Yeah. You know, those guys like to manipulate a lot of things they get away with. The referee's not going for it no more.
That is the right word for it. Manipulation at its finest. Here's Hinson, takes it to the bucket and scores his first made field goal of the night here at the 8-minute mark in the first half. Leading scorer in the conference, JP, what do you think?
When it's not going down with a jump shot, you got to take it to the basket and get it done that way.
Well, Purdue-Fort Wayne made headlines a couple weeks ago in their game against Southern Indiana because of Rasheed Bellows' play right here. Take a look. You ever seen a closeout like this, Julius?
Not with one shoe on. You got to love the effort to not quit. Play D, close out, slide the feet, and contest.
Now, the question someone on our crew raised earlier, would he have gotten the block with just his hand, or did the shoe enable the block to happen?
I think he might have got it with his fingertips. Not that way, but he might have nicked it a little bit. But you got to love the effort to not quit. Still put in the work for your teammates. Coach said that they needed to stop right there. That was in a, at a major, moment in that game. You got to love it.
Well, his coach, John Kaufman, is taking advantage of the situation. Said one of his season ticket holders was trying to buy the shoe that got the shoe block, so he did a certificate of authenticity, and there you have it. He said it's still on the market, so if you're interested in the shoe that committed the shoe block, there you go. Get in touch with head basketball coach at Purdue-Fort Wayne, John Kaufman.
I mean, if we're auctioning off these kind of things, I got the stat sheet from Bob Carrington's triple-double night, the only one as a freshman, so hey, get at me.
So a 13-point lead for the Panthers here. Going to pause for a moment. Bub Carrington with some blood on his left arm. Jalen Lowe is going to enter for him temporarily as he gets bandaged up. Panthers on a 6-0 run over the last 90 seconds, starting to find a rhythm offensively. They've made their last 3 from the field. Steal by Leggett. Hinson on the run. There's the lob. Nearly got the jam to go, but tipped away by the Dons. Under 7 minutes to go. First half now. A step back from Bello. The long arms of Guillermo Diaz-Graham working on the closeout. Now he runs the other way. Kick out to Jeffress. And Jeffress can't get the runner to go. And last touchdown of bounds off the Dons. So good vision by Ishmael Leggett, but just couldn't get the finish from his teammate Hinson.
Yeah, you see he didn't quite get control of it, but he got up there. Nice unselfish play. Got to reward your big if he's running the floor like that, so.
Blake Hinson, of course, known for his three-point shooting ability, has only taken 2 from beyond the arc today. We've seen him in and around the basket offensively a little more than typically do. Roberts in the corner. Fort Wayne still unable to convert. These teams, by the way, a combined 0 for 17 so far from 3 in this game. But Guillermo Diaz-Graham with the slam on the inside. He's got 6 points, and the Panthers have a 15-point lead. Make that 8 now for Guillermo Diaz-Graham. Julius, he's having a night in the first half.
Nice eyes, run the floor, finish strong at the rim.
Panthers up 15. JP, we weren't sure who we'd see starting at the 5 tonight, whether it be Federico or Guillermo Diaz-Graham, but 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting for the Spanish sophomore, and he's shown why he's earned the job.
Yeah, he's very skilled, and, you know, even guarding out on the wing, his versatility, being able to defend the post, block shots, protect the rim, slide his feet on the wing against smaller players.
Yeah, almost got another one there. Panthers up by 13. Under 6 minutes to go here. First half. Guillermo Diaz-Graham with 8 of the 23 points on the night for Pitt.
And I think that's the big difference between him and Federico, is his offensive ability.
Guillermo can also pop out and shoot the 3 every so often as well for these Pitt Panthers. Roberts, baseline drive, reverse layup goes. Athletic drive from Anthony Roberts, the 5th-year guard from Chicago, to make the deficit now 11 points. Good poke away there by Morton Robertson. Now the 5'8" guard penetrating the other way, throws it up. Thought there might have been a travel against Morton Robertson, but now the kick out to Jackson. 3 is off the mark. Fort Wayne now 0 for 9 from beyond the arc tonight. Here's a drive from Leggett through contact. And they rule it a clean block. I'm not sure how. JP, what do you think?
It was solid. Good defense. Way to get her. Met him at the rim. Nice reverse layup right there. Drive baseline. 2 of them might have got it.
You think so?
Yeah. Solid. That's clean play.
Good block by Fort Wayne. Keeps it at 23-12. Panthers now 1 of their last 7 from the field. Trying to nail down that rhythm on offense. Guillermo Diaz-Graham draws the foul inside. And we'll see if they call it on the shot or on the floor. That would put the Panthers in the 1-and-1. Just a little late sliding over. And he's got his foot on the restricted area.
It's worth a shot. It's not much he can do against a guy who's given up, you know, he's given up so many inches.
There's a little height disadvantage there, huh?
For sure. Try to take the charge. Just get through a little earlier. And you got it.
Panthers 3 for 6 from the line early. Make that 4 for 7 after the Guillermo Diaz-Graham make. Jeff Capel said in practice when they're doing free throws, he's trying to turn the music up real loud, simulate a crowd, maybe throw a basketball at a guy. Anything to throw him off and give him a game-like situation, JP.
Yeah, nothing is going to simulate the game. Nothing is like the game. The lights are brighter. Talked about it earlier in the year that this was the only area where the team wasn't really clicking or shooting free throws. So just got to focus, lock in. I've played on teams that was historically bad at shooting free throws, so I have no advice for Coach Cable. If he finds a formula, please give it to me.
Well, how about this? After 19 attempts, we finally have the first made three-pointer of this basketball game, courtesy of Maximus Nelson for Fort Wayne. Makes it 24-15. And the astonishing thing about it, JP, is that these are 2 teams that rely on the 3 ball. But tonight, didn't see one until the 4.5-minute mark.
You think they might mentally already be on Christmas vacation? Just a little bit?
That's a factor,
in the back of their mind?
Both coaches talked about how tough that is, keeping the focus before the holiday break. Here's Guillermo. Strong drive to the bucket, but can't finish. Here's Bello. And a foul called on Carrington. 9-point lead for the Panthers. Both teams trying to find some offense with 3:49 to go, first half. Great start to the night for Guillermo Diaz-Graham. Both teams struggling to find offense, but he's certainly provided it for Pitt.
Yeah, he's very skilled, like I said before, inside, outside, but right now He's attacking the basket, showing that I'm every bit of 6'11", 7 feet tall, and you can't do anything about it.
He's on the verge of his 4th double-figure scoring game on the year after having just 3 in all of last season. Of course, Panthers knew his role would grow this year and stepped into the starting lineup on Saturday, started once again tonight and really rising to the occasion and has over doubled his scoring output last season compared to this year in points per game. Really proving to be a big factor on the inside for the Panthers, who lead by 9 as we reach the final stretch of the first half.
And he's spending a lot more time on his feet than he did last year. Last year, felt like he bit the dust every other play, put on a little more weight.
Yep.
He's able to hold his own now.
Well, it was his mom's cooking back in Spain,
yeah.
Right?
For Fort Wayne, it's tough to come out of a break and get a shot clock violation.
Yeah, already 9 turnovers tonight for Fort Wayne. Carrington takes a step back. That's off target. But the Dons had 2 players in the area. They both touched it out of bounds. Panthers get another opportunity.
Got to live with that one.
Carrington is 1 for 5 from the field. Jeff Capel perhaps looking for answers as well. Just 24 points in the first 17 minutes tonight for Pitt. Low the kick out. Austin the drive. Athletic take to the bucket.
Nice up and under. He is super athletic.
He is.
He can do that whenever he would like.
First bucket of the night for Austin. Great defense by Pitt on the other end. Panther fans thought it was off the Dons, but it's called in favor of Fort Wayne. And now they change the call as you see one more look at Zach Austin's take.
He looked like he could have dunked that going baseline still.
And I think that's the right call. Another look there. You see the shock on Zach Austin's face after the initial ruling. They did change it back to give Panthers possession up 11. Nice pass by Hinson to the inside. No 3-pointers yet by the Panthers. Still, they are 0 for 10 from beyond the arc. And JP, I got to say, if you tell Jeff Capel that his team's going to be 0 for 10 from 3-point range with 2 minutes left in the first half, but they're up 11, I think he would take that.
He's going to take it all day. But I'm sure Blake Hinson's going to have something to do with the turnaround. He's not a guy that's gun shy. I'm sure he's going to figure it out sooner or later.
He has made a 3-pointer in 24 consecutive games. Still waiting for that first one tonight, Blake Hinson.
You think he knows about that streak?
I would say so. What about you?
Keep it going.
Did you know about your streaks of how many dunks in consecutive games you had?
I did not. I felt like I was going to get one every game anyway, so.
Panthers draw another foul on the inside.
You know, he set those feet. You can forget about it. Austin putting the work in.
Zach Austin transfer from High Point. Of course, a guy that was in the starting lineup at the start of the season. They have very high hopes for him. Did have 12 points off the bench Saturday against South Carolina State. And a defensive asset as well. Has 5 games this year with multiple blocks for the Panthers. So perhaps a little battle between him and Will Jeffress for a job in the starting lineup. But Austin has contributed well off the bench the last couple nights.
It's a blessing to have 2 guys in Jeffress and Austin.
Guillermo Diaz-Graham also the leading rebounder for Pittsburgh now with 6. Long alley-oop attempt there, unsuccessful. Now Morton Robertson searching for something on the other end. Another mismatch. Diaz-Graham gets out on him, but he makes it over top of the 7-footer. That's a 5'8" guard making the jump shot over the 7-foot forward.
Not phased at all.
Here's Leggett, drive and kick. Austin fake the three, thought about it, fires, and hits. First three-pointer of the night for the Panthers belongs to Zach Austin. He's up to 7 points.
That's the way to be poised. He drove the last time, so they played off of him. Kept his composure, set his feet, let it fly.
Makes it a 14-point lead for the Panthers. Too strong on the three-point attempt. Now about an 8-second difference between shot and game clock for Pittsburgh. Ishmael Leggett taking his time, defended by Rasheed Bello. Now 10 on the timer, screen comes up from Hinson. Leggett on the drive, kick out Austin, three in the air. Almost swirled in, rebound to the Dons. They've got 8 seconds to go the other way. Panthers get organized defensively. Bello the step back. Well defended by Leggett, and it is a 14-point Pittsburgh lead at the break.
Bello is going to have to get it going in the second half if he's going to give his team a chance to win this basketball game.
So the Panthers being led by 9 points from Guillermo Diaz-Graham to go along with 6 boards for the Spanish sophomore. It's 31-17 Pittsburgh after 20 minutes. Halftime coverage coming up. Stay with us on the ACC Network. Halftime here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Really important game tonight for these two teams with conference play right around the corner. And a reminder, our Friday night men's basketball doubleheader begins at 6 Eastern with P.J. Hall and number 18 Clemson hosting Queens University at Little John Coliseum. And then it's Marcus Burton and Notre Dame hosting Marist at Purcell Pavilion in South Bend. Should be an excellent night of hoops on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. More to come, halftime coverage here in Pittsburgh. Stay with us.
Hope you enjoyed the first half. Welcome to this halftime report. I'm Justin Walters, former NCAA champion Carlos Boozer, of course, Hall of Fame coach Jim Boeheim. Happy holidays, gents. We're going to play a little bit of a game. It's a season of giving. I want you both to pick one team in the ACC and what present you're going to give them. I don't know how your rapping skills are, but one present for one ACC team. Start off with you, Booze.
Rapping skills are so-so, but as I'm going through
Is he allowed to pick?
I mean, I'm picking Duke. What are we talking about here?
Surprise.
You guys know I'm picking my Blue Devils. And for me, I'm going to give them the health of Tyrese Proctor. Coach, I feel like he's a dynamic guard. He's got big size on him. He can score inside, can score outside. Does a great job of having poise in clutch situations. Kid from Australia can probably surf a little bit. What are your thoughts on Proctor?
Well, he does everything. That's what you're talking about. They got Kyle Filipowski inside. They need another guy from the outside that does a lot of things. Roach. I mean, this is a very, very good Duke team that will get better. And I think even playing without him for a game or two, that's not always a bad thing.
Blessing in disguise.
But when he comes back, I mean, Duke's going to be there at the end of the year.
Yeah. And they're already very good right now. So, of course, that's only going to add and multiply once Proctor comes back in. So, Coach, your turn. What present? Are your rapping skills good?
Not really good. I actually can tell what the present is without unwrapping my presents. But I'm going to give Clemson Jack Clark, a healthy Jack Clark. I mean, Clemson's good. They're top 20-ish right now, top 10. They can get there. But they need one more guy, and he would be the guy. He does a little bit of everything. He can shoot, he can pass, he can rebound. I think it would make Clemson a really, really tough team to beat in the ACC.
Yep.
Most certainly. So now we're going to spice things up a little bit. So stay with me, all right? Okay. So now you're going to be able to give the ultimate present, but I want you to do a blast from the past, go back into the time machine, pick any legendary player from a team and add them to the roster. Okay, so you can't do. Yes, you can't pick yourself. No. Okay, and you cannot pick Duke. Pick a different team and add a legendary player.
So many great players that came through the ACC, Coach. For me, I'm going to go Wake Forest, and I'm going to grant them Tim Duncan. Hey, Merry Christmas, guys. Tim Duncan was one of the best players we had in our league. Dominant inside, dominant outside. That was in college. He gave me nightmares when he was with the Spurs, but such a dominant player in this league, did a great job of setting a foundation for Wake Forest basketball.
Well, that's just great in college, which he was, but even better in the NBA.
So good.
I mean, you can't really argue too much about power forwards in the NBA without including Tim Duncan in the mix. So that's a good choice.
Good gift? Okay.
Yeah,
all right, Coach. So your turn. Ultimate present, different team, any player.
3-time player of the year in the nation, Virginia, Ralph Sampson.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think you can get anybody better than that. And especially the way Virginia plays defense now, if you ever get near the basket, which is seldom, Ralph is just going to block it anyway.
Check out these highlights. Blast from the past. Google, right?
Yeah.
You got to YouTube the highlights.
Young kids go out there, Google Ralph Sampson. He was as dominant a player we had in college basketball.
Now, kids now don't know anybody past Shaq. I mean, like you talk Larry Bird or don't mention Oscar Robertson, because it's like they have to go. They don't even have a clue.
Right.
You know, come on, at least try. Look up some of the things.
Yeah.
Triple-double, that's what he averaged.
Yeah.
That's what Oscar averaged. But yeah, Ralph Sampson, what a great player.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good job. A present of humility, not choosing yourself for this segment.
Really
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Of course, you can discuss anything and everything ACC, and you can only get it one place. That is ACC PM, weekdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Mark Packer, in addition to Taylor Tannenbaum, they've got you covered all weekday long. Make sure you lock in and stay right here. The second half is going to be starting in moments. Happy holidays, everyone.
Set to begin the second half here in Pittsburgh. There's a look at downtown. Love when they bring the Christmas tree out this time of year. And plenty of folks getting their ice skating in the holiday season. And welcome back inside the Peterson Event Center alongside Big East champion Julius Page. I'm Jason Earl. Julius, 14-point lead for the Panthers, but doing it differently than they've done all year long. They make more threes than anyone in the ACC, but tonight, 1 for 13.
Yeah, when it's not going well from three, you got to get to the basket, and they're relying on some unlikely players that they usually don't have producing, and Diaz-Graham is doing a good job for them.
Yeah, Guillermo Diaz-Graham leading the way with 9 points so far tonight for the Panthers, Julius, and he's doing it in a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, right here, he just shot fakes and go with the reverse layup. You know, in transition, he's a big body. Thank you very much. I'll take that right there. Then he has the passing ability. You know, sliding his feet on defense, getting his steal. I mean, this guy can just do it all. He's only a sophomore. He's going to get bigger, more confident, work on his game. High ceiling for him.
What are the biggest improvements that you've seen from him this year?
I think mainly the biggest improvement is the fact that he got stronger. I really think last year he was getting pushed around. He lived on the floor. He was off balance all the time. You know, now he's so much, because I think he's gotten stronger. He's playing with more confidence. He's willing to bang, and you know, the proof is right here in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting it done. He can shoot the three. You know, again, he's a great piece for a team that's looking to make a push in the ACC.
And right now he's working on the best 4-game stretch he's had in his Pitt career. 9.7 points per game on 75% shooting across his last 3, not counting tonight, where he's got 9 on 4 of 7 from the field with 6 rebounds to lead the Panthers. So second half underway, 31-17, the Pitt Panther lead going into the final 20 minutes here. Both teams a combined 2 for 26 from 3-point range in the first half. 1 for 13 on each side We'll see if they can find a rhythm a little bit more here. Not a good start for the Dons off the attempt from Bello.
If I'm Bello, I'm trying to get to the basket. You know, I didn't have a good, the ideal first half. I don't want to come right out and shoot a jump shot. Let me get something going to the basket or get to the free throw line.
Bello is the Mastodons' leading scorer on the season, but tonight he's 1 for 6. Carrington hits the mid-range jumper for the first basket for the Panthers in the second half. Bob Carrington now 2 for 6 on the night with 4 points. Bello driving on Diaz Graham. That's not going to work out well. And Hinson grabs the loose ball for Pitt. Freshman Carrington setting his offense, finds Hinson. Drive from Hinson and had it poked away on his way to the rim.
Nice penetration, good defense. But to go back to Bello, you know, when he gets it going, yeah, you got to put it on the floor. You know, Hinson not settling for that 3 ball. They know scout report is going to say that in bold print.
He normally takes that one, don't you think?
For sure, all the time. I think understanding that they're going to close out to him a little harder, and who's going to block his shot once he gets there?
Yeah.
You know, going in there, he's not a little guy.
Carrington give and go with Guillermo. Now the left-handed drive. What a take from the freshman Carrington to convert.
He got to give the Shaq stare at the left hand after that one.
Yeah. Show it off, right?
That's a nice move.
Morton Robertson hits the triple. Brings the lead back to 15. Carrington with the first 2 baskets of the Panthers' second half. Here's Leggett. Working on Morton Robertson, couldn't get it to go. Rebound grabbed in by Mulder. Drive from Roberts. Off the mark, rebound to Blake Hinson. 7 boards on the night for Hinson. Carrington, Diaz Graham, the fake, the drive. The runner gets it to go. Count the basket. Guillermo Diaz Graham with 11 on the night to lead the Panthers.
Good job at finishing through the contact. Putting on the floor. Big boy. Yeah, get it up. Reach in. Clear foul right there. Reaching in to try to knock it out.
He's really starting to excite some people the way he's played these last few games. Gotta hit the free ones though, huh?
Yes, sir. The energy that he plays with on D and his length. You know, it's easier. You don't have to hedge when he's out there. You can just switch the screen.
Great defense again by Guillermo Diaz Graham. Tips it to Carrington. Smart play. Now above the pull-up from the free throw line. It's good. Stopped on a dime and sunk the basket.
It's a nice transition pull-up. Good hands by Diaz Graham. Bob Carrington pushing it in transition. Nobody want to stop the ball? Okay, stop and pop. We learned that back in 7th grade.
Great start to the half for Carrington. Had just 2 points in the first half, already 6 in the first 3 minutes of half number 2. Good play by the Dons and a good penetration from the freshman Corey Hadnot. He's a 3-time Horizon League Freshman of the Week already. Hadnot with his first basket of the night.
Fort Wayne got to get a stop. Got to start getting stops on this end.
Cross court to Jeffress. Pull-up jumper. Not that time. Offensive board almost by Diaz Graham, but out of bounds. Here's the take from the freshman guard from Atlanta.
Yeah, come on, make the most of your minutes. Get to the basket. Your team need a spark. This is the best way. Put pressure on that D, get a layup, or get to the line.
Well, if the Mastodons are going to fight their way back, they need to do so soon. Down by 17, early second half. Roberts driving on Jeffress. Tried for the reverse layup. Gets it out to Bello with 8 to shoot. Had not. Defended by Carrington. Rims out. And Hinson hauls it in for the Panthers. Just 2 points for Blake Hinson tonight, but 8 rebounds to lead the team. Carrington, errant pass, but Hinson able to track it down. 11 on the timer. Hinson, the kick to Guillermo. The drive and the crafty shot. And he draws the foul in the process. 17-point advantage for the Panthers. Guillermo Diaz-Graham doing a little bit of everything tonight for the blue and gold. Bub Carrington, he's been the best freshman in the ACC so far this season. Struggled a little bit in the first half tonight, but Julius, he's finding his feel here early second half.
They're getting to the basket with the left right there, playing some defense. Transition is where he's at his best. Pushing up the floor, have the composure, eyes up all the time. Take it and make it.
He's had some really impressive performances early in his college career, especially in his debut game against North Carolina A&T. Got a triple-double for these Panthers, but you want to see him establish that level of consistency a little bit more. Now, not asking for a triple-double every night, but you want to see his shooting efficiency and his ability to take care of the basketball on a steady level.
Without a doubt. You know, he's a young guy, but he's playing the most important position on the floor, the point guard position. And he's doing a great job at it so far. You know, obviously the competition is going to get a little stiffer as they enter conference play, but I think he did a good job in non-conference.
Really unique guy, long 6'5" guard, freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, an area that of course has produced so many tremendous guards over the years in college basketball, and many that have advanced on to the professional level. Bub Carrington looking like he could be the next one. Tremendous impression left by the freshman early in his time as a Pitt Panther. Now a 19-point lead for Pittsburgh. Here's the 5'8" Morton Robinson. Kicks over to Jackson. Leggett defends him, and Hinton chases down the rebound. That's what you don't want to do. Isn't that rule number one? When you get the rebound there and have to throw it back in, don't do it on that end of the floor.
Save it under your own basket.
Yep.
That is definitely in the 101, Basketball 101 handbook.
He did get his 9th rebound in the process, but then a turnover makes it a 41-24 game. Austin, nice pass to Leggett down low. Good muscle by Leggett. Backs down the defender and gets the 2. What do you like about Leggett creating space there against the big guy?
Yeah, Leggett is strong. He is not intimidated by any big down there. His composure around the basket, you know, this reminds me a little bit of Tony Parker. His finishing among the trees when you're undersized. Putting pressure on the bigs, drawing fouls. He's going to need to be consistent doing that if Pitt want to be, you know, finish at the top of the ACC.
Yeah. 3 great seasons at Rhode Island for Leggett, and finding success has started every game this year for the Panthers. Has double figures in every game on the year, looking to continue that streak tonight. Leggett with 6 points. 14 minutes to go here at the Pete. Nice entry pass to Federico, who draws the contact.
If Federico give him a look like, man, throw that thing up in here. You see I got him sealed. What's the holdup?
3-inch height advantage there for Federico, who was defended by Maximus Nelson, and the Panthers take advantage.
It's the best reps of shooting free throws you're going to get in the game.
Yep.
And shoot them all you want to in practice. Nothing better than those 2 reps he got right there.
Yep, 2 for 2 for Federico. Brings the Panthers to 10 of 14 on the line tonight. How about this, JP? Fort Wayne has not attempted a free throw in this game.
Well, Nelson must have heard you. He said, why shoot the free throws when I can shoot this 3-ball right here?
They've got 2 of them in the second half after having just 1 in the entire first 20 minutes. Austin. Jab step, swings across court to Leggett. That one came over by us. Too much on the heave from the high point transfer.
A little bit more this way, right thought.
You were ready, right?
I was ready.
You got an idea about that celebration there, JP? I'm out of guesses on that.
These days, you know, please don't make me outdate myself. I want to be hip, but, you know, it keeps evolving.
Hey, if it helps, I'm right there with you. I'm out of luck on that one.
I like it, though. I like the
right?
energy and the personality that the kids bring to the table.
Yeah.
You can be serious and have fun at the same time. But that might be a little too much fun. Back-to-back turnovers. Out of control passes. Got to do better.
Well, you mentioned earlier, right? Game before break.
Yeah.
Jeff Capel talked to us. He prioritizes giving his guys a break over the holiday. It's tough to get one, and he likes to do it when he can. Panthers aren't back in action until December 30th at Syracuse, but as you alluded to, at the same time, tough to keep focus when all your classmates and your peers are on break and you've got to play a basketball game on December 20th.
The atmosphere on campus isn't the same. You already got a glass of eggnog in your hand.
You pro eggnog or anti, by the way?
I'm pro.
Yeah, all right.
I'm an eggnog fan. I probably shouldn't be, but, you know.
You can still get up.
Get up, you say? In my dreams, I can still get up. My mentality says I can still get up, but my body is going to tell me a different story these days.
Panthers are up by 16. They have 11 turnovers on the night. Same with Fort Wayne. Corner triple there from Hadnot. Off back rim. Rebound hauled in by Carrington. No field goals in the last 2.5 minutes for the Panthers. Guillermo to Carrington. Three-pointer swirls out for the freshman, and the rebound to Roberts. Pull-up triple, Roberts, bullseye. Fort Wayne cuts the lead now to 13. The Mastodons gradually building their way back into this game, and Jeff Capel and the Panthers get a timeout. 13-point lead, 11:40 to go. Hey, starting Christmas morning, you can celebrate the day and the holiday season with the ACC mascots. It all starts at 6 a.m. Eastern and runs every hour through 4 o'clock. And I, for one, am curious to see what that entails. So Christmas morning featuring the ACC mascots. Perhaps one of them right there making an appearance. Good to see Rock the Panther rocking his Christmas apparel today in Pittsburgh. Good to see a number of fans attending the Panthers' final home game before the holiday break. Pittsburgh back in action in the Pete next on January 2nd, hosting North Carolina. And JP, that will be a huge game here in just a couple of weeks.
Yes, it will.
Panthers trying to find that consistency in their program again after making the tournament last year. Of course, Jeff Capel reminded us they were one shot away from a share of the ACC regular season title in that game down in Coral Gables towards the end of the season.
And if you want to be taken serious, there's going to be home games against quality opponents that you're going to have to start winning. North Carolina coming in here, you got to protect your home court.
Drive from Jackson, had it slapped away by Austin. Now 6 to shoot for the Dons. Another great defensive play by Zach Austin. Media timeout here at the 10:44 mark. Second half, 15-point lead for the Pitt Panthers here in the Peak. Well, Blake Hinson is keeping the holiday spirit alive and well here in the Peak tonight. Take a look at the socks from the senior from Florida. He is in the Christmas spirit and ready to go. They got basketballs on them too. Snowflakes and basketballs, JP.
Gotta respect that swag, man.
But
it's
hey,
all
you
about
matched
the
it.
brand. Yeah, you know,
Did you guys
got
coordinate your outfits tonight? What happened?
I mean, when you got it, you got it. You know, it's something we just, you know, you channel that thing. It's that time of year. He in the spirit, I'm in the spirit. You in the spirit. You got the tie on.
I got my tie on. Yep,
Yeah.
I came prepared. Last game before Christmas, you got to do it, right?
Absolutely.
Don't get too many chances to bring out this tie and the socks that you got on.
Change it up. Have some fun with
Why
it. You know,
not,
not to
right?
mention you got the NIL thing going on.
Yeah,
I can respect his creativity.
he's got some personality.
That's for sure.
Hinson comes up with it here. Great drive, but a better block from Anthony Roberts. Now the Dons in transition the other way. Feed to Mulder. Austin the takeaway. Last off, Fort Wayne. Well defended by Zach Austin.
Nice transition, push it, but Roberts said, get that out of here. But the flex afterwards, though, I don't know, sir.
I don't know. What do you think of doing that down 15?
It's coming across like Jordan Poole and Kuzma throwing a oop down 20.
Let me tell you something. You never want to be compared to Jordan Poole, especially not in December 2023. Blake Hinson gets the and one. He'll head to the line. Just 4 points today for Hinson. He's had double figures every game this year, so we'll see if he can get there, but he puts the Panthers up 17 right now.
Too little. I mean, that's all day long. We call that post cereal right there.
I don't think I've heard that one before. I like that.
Yes,
Post
sir.
cereal.
Post cereal anytime.
Makes an 18-point Panther lead. Their largest lead was 21. Just about 5 minutes ago in this second half, they were up 45-24. Mastodons on a scoring drought now of over 2 minutes. Jackson driving on Carrington. Somehow got the angle for that one to fall.
Nice penetration, good finish.
Here's Carrington, knocked to the floor by Bello. Foul called on the junior guard. Didn't like the call, but that will be the first of the game for Bello.
Might have just lost his footing right there.
Yeah. If you're Rasheed Bello, maybe wondering, what can I do? Carrington's a quick guard, and that time he's the one that gets called for an off-ball foul, so possession goes back to the Dons.
Yeah, Bello's going to have to start trying to force the issue right here. See if you can find you a rhythm. If for nothing, just to, you know, close it out strong.
Most efficient Mastodon tonight has been Jalen Jackson, 10 points, 5 of 9 from the field. Rest of team struggling to find a rhythm. They're 33% from the floor as a group. Roberts left open for three, not that time. Rebound tip to Austin for the Panthers. Hinson looking for his first three of the night, can't get it there. Rebound secured by Mulder. Drive from Jackson. Mulder left open on the low block, and he's fouled. So Julius, certainly hasn't been the prettiest performance tonight from the Panthers, but they are up by 16. So what do you take from that? The fact that they are 1 for 16 from three-point range, but still hold a double-digit lead.
You know, they don't look pressed, you know, to keep shooting a three. I think they're doing a good job at taking what Fort Wayne is giving them. And they're just winning this game defensively. I don't know if it's because Fort Wayne don't seem to be able to find a rhythm offensively. I don't know if that's just because they're having an off night, or you give the credit to the Panthers for, you know, their defense. But, you know, defensively, sometimes you have to learn how to win these ugly games.
Yeah. That's part of the journey. Every team in the country, not always going to be pretty. Just got to find a way, as the Mastodons going to provide some full court pressure here against the freshman backup point guard Jalen Lowe. Diaz-Graham all the way across court to Austin. Drives, draws the foul. Count the bucket, Zach Austin.
And that's a great foul, because if he didn't foul him right here, he was going to take flight.
Impressive adjustment, too, midair to draw the contact, go underneath, and hit the reverse.
Great body control. But to go back to your point about, you know, winning the ugly games, you know, Zoo not being here definitely makes the atmosphere a little different, and maybe, you know, the team just don't feel it the way that they typically feel it.
It's a different feel, no doubt. Students at Pitt, of course, on their holiday break. First semester over. Finals week was last week. Expect a big crowd, however, for that one on January 2nd, despite the fact that a lot of students still on break. When North Carolina comes to town, Panther fans come to the Pete.
Better believe it.
Leggett gets the takeaway. Hesitation move. Nice drive from Leggett, but couldn't convert. Gets his own rebound, bodies the defender, and blocked again. That time by Desjardins for Fort Wayne. 19-point Pittsburgh lead. Blake Hinson, Julius Page, all of us here with the ACC Network in the holiday spirit. Back in Pittsburgh, mentioned the Panthers are getting it done in different ways tonight. They are the best three-point shooting team in the ACC on the season, but only one made three tonight. They are 1 for 16 from beyond the arc, yet, JP, they still have a 19-point lead.
You know, get it out of your system now, but, you know, Blake Hinson specifically finding other ways to impact the game, having 10 rebounds. You know, it's not a huge deal. At least he didn't, you know, pack it all the way up, and just because he wasn't knocking the shots down, decide not to contribute in other ways.
Well, Jeff Capel has talked so much this year about his leadership, how Blake Hinson has found his voice, and that's been a huge factor in the Panthers' early season success. Is Blake Hinson taking the reins after the losses of Jamarius Burton, Nelly Cummings, Greg Elliott, Nike Sabandi last year. They needed a new voice, and Blake Hinson has been that.
That's a lot of leadership to take over. Naming those 4 guys, they got it done last year.
Capel said he loves it because it's authentically him. It's authentically Blake, and he has the utmost respect of everyone on the team. He is that guy that gives everyone strength. What a play here. Austin to Carrington. The drive in the dunk from the freshman. Oh, a rim rocker from Carrington.
Nice ball movement, nice penetration, and a strong finish by the young fella. Show you got some hops too. You got the handle, you can pass the basketball. Now he shows that little stare.
You know what? You're exactly right, because out of all the things we've seen from him this year, that's something we haven't really seen him do yet.
Yeah, he's showing that he can take flight a little bit.
Yep, displaying another aspect of his impressive game. The youngest player in the ACC, Bub Carrington. What a play there from the freshman. And maybe the prettiest play we've seen all night. Low, the runner, off the mark. Diaz-Graham tipped it back outside. Too much contact that time from Carrington.
It must be nice. Yes, it must be nice.
Hey, you could do
to be
that
able
once,
to get
right?
up. Yeah, I could.
There was a point in time.
Long time ago.
You're still taking pictures with fans here. I was here at halftime. I witnessed it.
Yeah. It's just nice to be able to play the game at the pace these young fellas are able to play the game and then wake up tomorrow without feeling like they just was hit by a truck, basically. Because that's what I would feel like after a full game like this.
I was going to say, are you implying that you know that feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't give them a half of basketball right now. It's not that I'm not in shape. It's just that this kind of abuse on the body at my age, I just couldn't do it. It's amazing. You go from being able to do it to it just being amazing that they can pull it off.
I'll pull out your old clips after the game. I'll remind you.
And I'll be sore after watching.
Nice jab step from Leggett. He fires and hits from the corner. The second Panther three of the night. And they now have their largest lead of the game at 22 points.
Looks like a little hesitation. Shoot it in rhythm, Bello.
Jalen Lowe using his quickness. Austin, the putback jam.
Excellent putback, but that was a creative way to try to get that layup to go in low. He got in there. Look at the creativity. Ooh. I think the layup would have been better than the putback dunk.
You were talking pregame. You see so much John Lucas in him, huh?
A whole lot. The way he keeps his dribble alive in traffic, his little floater game, his fearlessness. You know, John Lucas was a competitor. You know, I think a lot of people forget he was player of the year, the conference that he played in. A big reason why they went deep into the tournament and even beat the team that I played on in the Sweet 16. So much respect to him.
Jalen Lowe, certainly a guy, seems to be getting more and more comfortable in time here. Early in his Panther career, Jeff Capel said we definitely need him. Very different player from Bub Carrington, but very effective coming off the bench. Leggett, cross court, Austin. Fake the pass, now the drive. Contact, no call. And now there's a whistle, and it will go against the Mastodons.
And if the word on the street about the Lucas workouts over the summer is true, Lowe is going to come back a much better player next year. You can believe it.
He's already started to improve over his last 3 games. Jalen Lowe, 8 assists and just 1 turnover. Early in the season was a little bit sped up by the college game. Some high-quality opponents earlier in the year for this Panther team, but really starting to become more comfortable. Also 7 for 15 from the field across those last 3 for Jalen Lowe. Another 3-ball goes for Purdue Fort Wayne. Still a 19-point Panther advantage.
I can appreciate the unselfishness by Bello, kicking it out for the 3, but I want him to take that pull-up jump shot and find a rhythm so bad.
Rasheed Bello averaging 15 a game on the year. 8 points tonight on 3 of 10 shooting for Fort Wayne. Here's Hadnot pushing tempo other way. Jalen Lowe defending it, and Roberts can't convert. Rebound tap to Austin. Austin pull-up jumper. Too strong. Rebound to Nelson. .320 to go, second half. Jalen Lowe slowing things down for the Panthers. Seem to be well on their way to their 4th consecutive win. Ishmael Leggett fires and misses from the wing. But Jorge, nice feed down low to Leggett, who tried to back down the defender, but he shuffled his feet. And it will take us to our final media timeout here in Pittsburgh. 19-point lead for the Panthers going into the holiday break. Well, Panthers just over 3 minutes away from their 4th straight victory, and here's what's next. Some tough games right after the holiday break. Jeff Capel said most of his guys will go home tomorrow, spend the holiday with their families, and be back on the 26th. And 2 ranked opponents in the next 5 games, and of course Syracuse, always a tough one as well, JP.
Yeah, it's about to get really quick, and hopefully, you know, they're going to be prepared mentally when they get back. That practice is going to be tough on the 26th, boy, I tell you.
Yeah, oh, it sure is. Got to get that focus back. They're on the road at Syracuse on the 30th, and then they'll host the Orange here on January 16th inside the Pete.
Panthers going a little zone to change it up. Might be something they need to use in the future.
So Julius, Panthers look like they'll improve to 9-3 here. And what do you take from this performance now on a 4-game winning streak heading into ACC play?
You know that this team can get it done in more ways than just shooting threes. You know, I think they rely on Blake Hinson to knock that down, Bub, to come off that pick and roll and find guys. But sometimes you have to win the ugly games and defensively stay locked in. So they did a good job doing that. You know, again, this team came in 11-1. You don't just win 11 games at the Division I level being a scrub.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't play their best game either, but hey, you have to, you know, play well against the teams that's in front of you.
Panthers, of course, started the year 4-0 and then had a tough stretch where they faced 5 consecutive power conference opponents. Won 2 of those games, defeating Oregon State in Brooklyn, and mentioned the 17-point win in Morgantown over West Virginia. And that was the game that started the winning streak, which is now going to extend itself to 4 games. And JP, certainly going to be weird to see the Panthers going to Syracuse to face a team that's not coached by Jim Boeheim.
It's unbelievable. I asked you if they were still playing a 2-3. It's just such a staple.
It is.
To mention Syracuse and not see a 2-3 zone is going to be so
40+
weird.
years of that, huh? 19-point lead for the Panthers. Minute 39 left to go. Some really good action around the country tonight, as well as Baylor and Duke are tied late in the second half. Just about 6 minutes to go in that one. And then I don't know about you, but 9 p.m. UNC Oklahoma in a top 15 matchup sounds good to me when we get out of here.
I can't believe I'm going to say it, but go Duke.
Whoa.
You know, I'm rooting for anytime an ACC team is playing out of conference, I'm rooting for them to win.
Well, the reputation of the ACC, it's a popular topic of conversation these days. And if a team like Duke can beat Baylor, that's a huge win for net rankings and metrics and NCAA tournament resumes late in the year. Of course, the Blue Devils will be playing here in the Pete on January 9th, so I think you're absolutely right. It's good for the conference anytime you can battle with a top 10 team like the Baylor Bears.
And good for your resume if you happen to knock them off. Way to move the basketball. Nice finish with the left.
Well, Jeff Capel should be happy to see a little more balanced scoring tonight too, Julius. Of course, last few games, Blake Hinson has been the guy getting those 20-plus outings, but tonight, 3 guys in double figures. Guillermo with 13, Zach Austin with 12, Bub Carrington with 12. So good to see some other guys step up to the occasion. And as you mentioned, Hinson still impacting the game with those 10 rebounds.
Yeah, not forcing the issue. It kind of shows the kind of person that he is and leader he is. Usually a guy will come out here and still continue to keep the hot streak, but Blake doesn't look, pressed at all. And his teammates going to have to support him.
It will be the first time this season that Blake Hinson does not score double figures. 5 points on 2 of 10 shooting on the night for Hinson. But the Panthers going to come away with the most important stat, which is a W in their 4th in a row. And can't ask for much more heading into the thick of the ACC schedule. Of course, took on Clemson back in early December for their first conference game. And this is their last non-league game tonight. So it's all ACC play the rest of the way.
And it's easier said than done. Sometimes guys would rather get their numbers and lose than not have their numbers and win. So it says a lot about a guy who looked to still be engaged and cheering his team on, even though he didn't get, his typical good numbers, if you will.
So 62-48, the final score in Pittsburgh as the Panthers improve to 9-3, and JP, they'll take on Syracuse in 10 days.
Enjoy your holiday. Eat well, don't eat too much, but it's gonna get real once you return.
For Julius Page, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Thanks to producer Tristan Russell and director Drew Brown. Jason Earl saying so long from the Peterson Event Center, where the Panthers are 62-48 winners over the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons. It's all conference play the rest of the way for Pittsburgh. 14-point win at home for Jeff Capel and company.